Yo, what's going on, guys? DJ Hess here, CollectiveKicks.com. Wanted to bring you guys a random video today. Per you guys' request on Twitter, wanted to do a video covering some of the Bape stuff with Adidas, NMDs, and Bape. But I wanted to just kind of do a random video for you guys. I only have a very limited amount of time today, and I'm taking this to spend with you guys. So leave the thumbs up if you guys like the video. But basically, I just wanted to do kind of a random discussion video. Also, sidebar, if you guys haven't seen Harrison's channel, check the link in the description and subscribe to his channel if you will. Trying to hit 1,000 subscribers on that channel. And it's really just kind of a fun channel where eventually he'll be doing toy unboxings and like sneaker reviews and whatever he wants to do. But right now it's like we just do like toy reviews and like just random videos. Like today I'm going to be doing a vlog on that channel of just me chasing him around and him just doing ridiculously random things. And it's fun for me to look back on in the future because capturing that moment of this age is really fun at 11 months. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into it. Let's talk about taking L's because I am like a king of taking L's as of right now. Took an L on all 3 Yeezy releases. Took an L on the Adidas NMD Bape release. It seems to be pretty easy to hit the L's nowadays. The top 3s, I took an L on the reserve thing for that. But it's one of those things where it's kind of part of the game. If you play this sneaker game that we're kind of in right now, and it feels like it's a game because it's not like you have to have some sort of strategy in order to actually win, because in this day and age, you have to have bots, you have to know people in store, and you have to have like the connections in order to make it happen. And unfortunately, or fortunately for me, the only way I've been able to score any Yeezys or anything is because of connections and people looking out for me and knowing that I've been wanting a pair or want a pair, and then they'll sometimes be able to help me out with a pair. It's really rare if that can happen, but I'm always thankful for when it does. But taking L's is like a full-time job for us nowadays, it seems like, because you get a limited release or something that's somewhat limited that drops, and all of a sudden the hype is crazy and you can't buy it unless, like I said, you have the bots. And even at that, you have to have the right bots, because I saw people struck out on Yeezys and they're like, I used a bot and I still didn't get like the shoes or whatever. And then you have the people like for the Bape Adidas release, there was a picture going around online of like all of the prepackaged pairs that were being backdoored supposedly of the Bape Adidas NMD collaboration. And that heats people up quite a bit when they see somebody like with stacks of pairs of sneakers and they can't even get one. It used to frustrate me a little bit as well back in the day, but now it's like, it's been an evolution of sneakers for the last like probably 5 or 10 years, and I see the direction that it's gone, and you have to be okay with it. Like, it doesn't rattle me that I didn't get a pair of Yeezys even though I wanted them, and I like the black colorways that dropped. But like at the end of the day, I'm fortunate for what I do have, and I think about those types of things, and then I think about the money I saved from that, the $660 I saved from not being able to cop those Yeezys. Now I can spend it on something else, or save it, or whatever else I want to do with it. So taking L's isn't always bad. However, it is always nice, the idea of being able to buy a pair of sneakers and sell it for a profit, and then having like more money than you started with. Obviously that's part of the reason why this whole market has exploded the way it has. And then you have a limited release, and then it adds the craze even more to that. So for this NMD release, it was nuts. Online release, I think I saw one place say there was only 100 pairs online. I don't know what's true, but I know it was very limited and very difficult to actually pick up the pairs. I'm curious, did anybody out there cop a pair from the online release at Adidas? Because it seemed pretty much impossible. But ultimately, like, it is what it is, and these companies really can't do much about it. They can change up their method, and some of these bot companies might lose out on one release, but the next time that there's another release with the same method that they just changed it to, they're going to be like figuring it out and making ways to be able to break the code or whatever. Also, sending them to in stores isn't always the answer either, because obviously there's the back door from in stores also. So no matter which way you go, online, in store, there's just corruption everywhere with this type of stuff. And I guess if you think back to years ago, what you guys were always complaining about was Nike was doing the same thing in limited quantities, and then all you guys were always complaining, I'll just release more quantities. That's all we want, release more. And then this True Blue 3 is a prime example. They released more, they're everywhere, and then everybody's like, those are trash because they're available. And that to me is kind of weird, because I'm like, they're not trash. It's a True Blue 3. It's an OG colorway of a really iconic sneaker model, and it is another release. It's like the third retro in like since 2009, but still, like, it's still one of those colorways that they did right, and they made it like true to form, and they released it and in mass quantity so people can actually buy them that want to buy them. I don't think that's a loss. That's a win for consumers because they get what they want, and in some cases they might hit the outlets because the price point it feels like it's too high, and maybe there's the consumers that really want them and don't want to pay the $220 for them. I totally get that as well. Metallic 5s was the same way. When those dropped, not everybody wanted them at that price point, but they liked the original branding, the Nike Air on the back. Nike's really crushed the resale market and maximizing their profits by doing this, by raising the prices and creating more. But then the cool factor isn't there anymore. And then because it doesn't have Supreme on it or Bape on it or whatever, or like a Kith, like, or whatever the branding might be, or the collab, and in the smaller numbers, all of a sudden, like, nobody cares about it. And I think that that's kind of the fundamental, like, problem with sneaker culture, but at the same time, it's not going to change. I mean, that's been that way since early 2000s or whatever. With anytime there's a quick strike limited release of a pair of sneakers, the demand is really, really high, the supply is really, really low, the hype grows and grows and grows. I mean, that's just the way it's going to go. So I don't know the solution for any of these problems. I'm just wanted to talk about them a little bit. I know that I'm used to catching L's right now, and I'm like a professional L catcher right now, and I need to create like an L t-shirt or something like that. I'm going to reach out to my dude and see if he can design something, because I feel like most of you guys can relate with the L's every single week on something that you guys want. But it is what it is. Ultimately, you can catch your L's on this and then go buy something at the outlet store that you really want, that finally went on discount. And I get the same like feeling, that sneaker feeling of like, cool, I got a pair of sneakers that, like the Yeezys, like I'm really happy because I got a pair that I wanted. And then also, like, I go to the outlets and I find a pair for like $60 on clearance, and I'm like super stoked on that too. Like, I think that's why for me, sneaker passion is deeper than just the hype of a sneaker. And I urge you guys to like try to find that Zen like feeling as well if you guys can, because it's definitely fun being able to get something on clearance, just as fun as it is getting something that's super hyped up. But I'll leave you guys with that. Hopefully you guys liked the video. If you do, hit the thumbs up button and check back for more videos. I post videos every single day on this channel. And again, subscribe to Harrison's channel if you can, please. Much appreciated if you guys do. And yeah, have a good one. And Civil War today, Beavers playing the Ducks. Go Beavs. Hopefully we win. And yeah, we'll leave you at that. Thank you for watching. Peace, guys.